Hello, everybody, and welcome to Las Vegas Live with Nelia Ross. Every Saturday morning at noon and from Monday to Friday at 6 p.m. on social media shows and also on my website, neliaross.com, we are bringing you the biggest and brightest stars from world-renowned entertainers to musicians, magicians, dancers, conductors, movie directors, actors, comedians, and so much more. But now let's start with an amazing special guest. He is a person who is a 2 times Hall of Fame legend, radio and media icon, and loving neighbor. His current work includes owning and hosting his iconic radio show, Nights Over Las Vegas, expanding to 22.3 Take Over Vegas Radio, and modeling ownership through Commander Bruce Media. His life really was to be sealed in a book, and I am so glad that today I can tell you part of it together with my wonderful friend Bruce Commander Garrett. Hello, Bruce.
Hello there.
Thank you for coming and for accepting my invite. I am so happy that you're here today.
Well, when I got the invitation, if you could have seen my face, you'd have been smiling big time. But no, I'm glad because your history, to come here, your music, and the way you have integrated into Las Vegas is phenomenal.
Thank
Absolutely
you.
class.
Thank you so much. Because you have to know that he was the first one.
That's what you told me.
This radio host that had me as a special guest, in at the very beginning when nobody knew me here, basically, and so we reached out to each other, and it was unbelievable, and it's. I can say that probably a beautiful friendship was born at that time, because it's amazing.
And I'm glad you used that word because even though I enjoyed the music and it was just captivating as well. But the friendship and knowing the same person and then hearing the dreams and watching them grow, it blows my mind. Like when you fly back to your home and then you'd be there and then you come back here, I go like, it fit. When I tell people I have, international people listening.
Yes, that's right.
And it's a dream for me come true because you are an international singer. So it's not like a joke. And we both living in the most entertainment capital of the world, and it's no joke. Las Vegas is, and it's only getting better.
All the world try to come to Vegas.
Everybody.
So it's
and all of them don't be singing; they be living here and just come to visit.
That's
you never know who you run into.
That's true. Absolutely true. So I would like to start, because it's not the show for talking about me, but for talking now about you.
Well, I'm your friend, so we good.
So now it's my turn, right? So, that Bruce, he is a legend in Vegas because you are a legend in Vegas. You are originally from Alabama.
Yes.
Because I did my research, of course.
And you had to know that.
Of course, I did too.
Yeah, sure did.
So exactly, you come from a place called Huntsville. And I saw that, it was called the bubble because of the NASA programs and the space shuttle and all this stuff. Why is Huntsville so peculiar for you? Because you said once that there's Huntsville and then Alabama.
Absolutely. And the reason was for that, it was Huntsville, Alabama was the space capital of the world. And so all NASA, the rockets and everything that went on, then we had the military base at Redstone Arsenal. And then you had all of the techs way before there was a fashion of tech. So I grew up around the space industry and military, and let's just face anybody been around military bases or associated with the government work, it's always diverse.
Okay.
So I grew up like in this bubble that I didn't really deal with the racism of typical Southern in the South at the time.
Okay.
Because when you're in the military, I had friends that come from all over the world.
Yeah.
And there was every culture there.
That's true.
And how we used to say, you remember the TV show 90210?
Oh, of course, I remember.
I grew up like that because my best friend
Yeah.
was her mother was like the mayor. Our family owned the radio station. Sean Hannigan family, they had the
It's amazing.
TV station, and a lot of us grew up in that environment, and we was always friends.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my
And
God.
so it was great.
You have just mentioned about, that your family ran a radio, and it
Yeah,
was like in 1958 when they launched the first black-owned American radio.
Yeah,
We Up Radio, right?
correct.
And so you grew up in a family who was representing basically the first African American media outlet of its stature. How all this influenced you and your career?
My mother was the gospel queen. My uncle was the morning religious program.
Oh my.
My cousin was the sales manager and a DJ.
Uh-huh.
And what I'm getting at is I grew up in it. Now, I was the only one who said that when I get older, I'm not going to ever be this. I'm the only one to this day, started at 14 to right now. He never been out of it.
That's right.
And it was a family-run business.
Yes, definitely.
It was totally was. But we would just start. What inspired us? We were always taught to. My slogan, which I use on the radio to this day, is "Take care of the people, and they'll take care of you." And it's been a lifelong dream. It's true.
Absolutely.
My whole thing, because we would learn never put yourself above the people. Do what you can for the people.
That's right. It should be like that.
It should be.
It
Yeah.
should be. Yeah.
And so it was.
That's a dream, definitely. And what kind of music was running in that period in the radio station?
Wonderful question. It was gospel, blues. I played for my first radio name was Teen Thriller,
Oh my.
which my cousin
Yes.
he was older, so he was in charge, and I told him when I get to be 18, I'm changing my name, which I
Oh,
did,
of
to
course.
Spaceman.
Yes.
And then, as I got old, I called myself. But yeah, we played the culture for the whole community: gospel, blues, jazz.
Okay.
I grew up when Michael Jackson and all of them, and
Yeah.
were just starting out
Yes,
with
yes,
the song.
yes, of
So I
course.
had that whole experience because we were the family who brought all the concerts to the city.
Oh my.
Hmm.
Of course. I mean, you were the first ones.
Yeah.
So I mean, and that's great. So I read also that in 1968 the We Up Radio
Yeah.
reached another milestone. It could,
Yeah.
it could be finally broadcast 24 hours.
Exactly.
Why did this was considered a milestone? And there were like maybe a sort of a difference between the rules which governed the broadcasting of the Afro-American radio stations compared to the white-owned stations.
Very good question. There was no it had nothing to do with the race and ethnic.
Okay.
It had to do back in the 50s. AM stations, which at that time they didn't have FM that much, but AM would sun up to sundown,
Okay.
and then AM finally went 24 hours.
Okay.
What became famous was they passed the Garrett law. If you Google it, you'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was, in our city of Huntsville, the African American community and the community we serve,
Mm-hmm.
if it got dark at 4:30, like in December it did, so we come on at 6 and go off at 4:30. But if something happened, our community would never know until the next
Absolutely.
day.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
that
you mean
was
like a sort of emergency or
it
something
was
like that?
that's Tornado Alley
Mhm.
in that area where we live at. When it's from Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, right up to Alabama,
Right.
Tennessee Valley, and so that's why we advocated to the federal government that they should have 24-hour radio stations for AM stations, and you know, there's a lot of technology.
Well, finally, I mean,
But then they did
it.
pass a law, and they changed it. It became a law for 24-hour for AM radio stations.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing
It was-
story. And when did you decide to move to Las Vegas?
After the family passed and our cousins and relatives, you know, they continued the station. I was I ran a lot of other stations. I had a television show in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
And then I was managing stations, but I said if I got a chance, I'm gonna go out west. And so I was at UC Davis and friends in California.
Uh-huh.
And during that time, I went to a radio station there, and you know, and played. I just did the music and everything, but they said they needed a salesperson, so they never did let me DJ. So I never did DJ.
Oh, really?
They didn't even know I DJ. You know what I mean?
Of
They
course.
just thought I was a salesman, and I did. But the way I got from California to Las Vegas was in 2008 when the real estate was just fantastic. You know, if you could breathe, you could buy a house. You didn't need much money.
Yes.
And so I had some friends that were flipping homes,
Okay.
and they asked me would I come and do their sales marketing for them.
Uh-huh.
And so I walked into a station called KLAB Radio, which is still today it's a Spanish station.
Definitely.
And the lady, I never will forget, John Language and I don't want to forget her name, but she was the general manager,
Okay.
Pearl.
Okay.
And so she said, we don't sell commercials, but we sell block shows.
Uh-huh.
And I said, wait a minute. You say you don't sell advertising, but I can pay you? She said, yeah. And before I could ask the next question, she said, and you can go out and make your own money.
Oh,
So I said, wait a minute. I pay you, and I can go out and make my own money. She said, yeah. I said, give me that $5,000 check back. I'll be right back. And I took the check back to the people I was working for. I quit. I took the money I had and bought me a 3-hour show from 12. She said, I only got midnight to 3, but, you know, I said, I'll take whatever you got. And I started midnight to 3 with Nights Over Las Vegas.
Oh, unbelievable. So you started already a long, long time ago. Wow.
And then I went out every night and passed my name out to all. I said, how do I get people to listen to me? And I said, wait a minute, Las Vegas got 10,000 taxis.
Yeah.
So every night from 3 a.m. to 6 in the morning, I would pass out my number,
Oh my God.
write down their tag number,
Yeah, of
and holler
course.
at them. And every cab
Oh
they
my
had
God.
my music on. Never looked
You did
back.
every place.
It was amazing.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it
And
is.
what was your original idea of a radio show?
My the theme I use, playing music, everybody know, because today at this very moment talking to you, I'm living that dream. I knew that there were all kind of people in the world, and that's because of the back history. I grew up in the military world in Huntsville.
That's
in that
right.
bubble, but I saw the technology coming along and everything, and I said, you know, people don't want to hear the same thing, because that's what you do with your tape.
That's
Or
right.
you live in your car, you hear your same music. But if someone could blend it in and do it, and it's done right, it would work over. And I would run and meet people all the time, but I saw the gap, and I saw program directors, no, we're only going to play these 250 records for the next 6 months all across America, like some of the
That's
big
right.
network stations.
That's right.
That's all they play. My God. Smokey Robinson, my friend, got more music than that. You know what I mean?
Yes,
On
yes,
2 or 3 of his albums.
Yeah.
You don't wrote
absolutely.
friend with more than 200 pieces of music over their life.
Absolutely.
So to have that, so I saw that wide gap, and then I was in Las Vegas. It was like the most diverse. Everybody in the world knew of that name.
Absolutely.
And that's how, and the way I came up after that lady gave me the show at Nights Over Las Vegas. See, I was with a guy from England, and I had never been to Las Vegas. And when we landed, you know, the planes, and that was before the strip got so big, It looked like it's landed on the strip, and I'm a country boy, and I go like, wow, that's nice. And in my head, I just said, oh, if I had a show, I'd call it Nights Over Las Vegas. I had no idea I was going to have a show.
Of course.
But we landed, and when the plane was landing, it was like sunset, and it was night when it, landed on the ground.
Yes, absolutely.
And I said, wow, beautiful.
So
That's what Nights Over Las Vegas came from.
Listen.
Yes.
I have been your guest several times, and I enjoyed it so much. And I particularly noticed two things. First of all, you let your guests be so comfortable. I mean, like, having a cup of coffee, or a cup of tea at home, and it's so beautiful. Because you are not anxious, you are so quiet, and you can see the passion, in your face, in what you do, because, I mean, you're really passionate of what you're doing, and, you can deliver this, to us. So that's amazing. And the second thing that I noticed is that you never cut the songs. You are probably one of the few people in town and all over the world that run the songs entirely, while all the other people, just a cut here and there, they never know. I mean, they even don't know where to cut exactly the song, so that's a tricky stuff. How can you do that?
Wow.
How can you do that? Because it's amazing.
I have been asked, you're the third person in my career have asked me that, and every time I can only say it just naturally. I don't know, it's just me. I feel it.
Yeah.
I remember when you sent me the song.
Yeah.
I remember playing it before I got on the air, and I knew exactly how it was.
Yeah.
And that was and then that was your fast song. What was the name of that one?
The first one?
Very first one.
Yeah, it was, I think, I'm Flying, or
yes.
Yeah, I'm Flying, that you loved.
And then after I got to know it all, I started seeing the depth of your music. And I said, wow. And that was before we, did the interview. When we did the interview and the videos that you shared with me, you resemble everything. So with me, it's real. I don't people that really know, they know it's the truth. But when I go to do my show every day, I don't go planning out like, okay, this record. There is a system, but the world changes every second we live in.
Absolutely.
I could get up and on my way to work, and then something traumatic happened, and the first two songs, if someone listened to me and they're real loyal fans, and there's a million of them out there that do, I'd be trying to do, what if I'm just sitting in the car in traffic? What if I'm at home alone? What about that person working but her raise, she didn't get a raise? What about the artist who wrote their music and don't nobody play it?
That's right. I mean, it's
that's what I try to do.
You question, basically, so you try to be just to enter in the part of the audience, basically.
I try to be out of body experience and just enjoy it with them. Is it too long? That's not right. And because one of the biggest criticisms I get from my competitors who don't understand, but you validated what I do with the million people who like what they say. Well, you need a format. I said, no. My whole goal is 5 people in a car, whether it's kids or the family.
That's right.
They know before they change that song, something gonna come on I like that makes sense.
That's true.
My people who try to compete, they do it wrong. They go like, okay, we'll just slam some songs together.
That's right. It's always
you can't
like
do
that. It's always in a rush, and at the end, you risk to ruin the song, and I mean, it's not
the music
so nice,
Right, and those of you all watching out there, believe me, she is. If you get a chance to see her, and I'm not doing this as a plug, but it's true. She's the real deal. Real, you bring your country here to us.
Yes.
And you know how to blend it with the American taste and Vegas. You did a good job. You remind me of myself, because in Las Vegas you're not careful, you will get lost trying to be something you're not.
That's true. You
Make them become what I am. I'm willing to adjust to what you need, But when it comes to showtime, I need to be me.
Yeah, that's right.
Am I
Absolutely.
right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
people always
Absolutely.
give you advice
Totally
like, well,
right.
you need to do this.
Yeah,
That's not you.
But then it's you. Then it's you that you decide for
And once you
yourself
do that,
because
you go down.
absolutely.
You're
No.
so sweet.
Thank you. No, but I agree. I know perfectly.
Yeah,
We could
absolutely.
talk about it for hours.
Absolutely.
So, what kind of music do you listen to? Besides my music, of course.
I like, give me the Motown 80s, and then I like smooth jazz.
Yeah. Wow.
Because all those levels, I like all kinds of music. And then honestly, you find that I love rock too, because music has such, it has such a story to it. Every song you play has a message.
That's true.
You know, like when every song do, because last night thinking about coming here, I'm just learning the TikTok world to get my stuff out, and I don't even know I'm doing good, and everybody tell me I am, but I was looking at just some of my pictures, and I love cars, and I did one, and then I put the song Traveling Man. I don't know if you know about Ricky Nelson,
Yes,
I'm
Ricky
a
Nelson,
traveling. I've been around the world, and I took pictures of where I went, but you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I was shocked. They got 1,000 people liking it.
Yeah.
And I said, that must be what my radio show do. Because I've had people say, I'd be at work and you play a song that brings up my day.
That's true. Absolutely.
And
So
it's a dream to me, because it's almost like, it's like when we perform our show, we are both all in the entertainment world, but like I said, don't lose who you are. Because people tell me like, oh, well, you need to do this.
Never.
I said, no.
Don't change yourself. Don't change yourself.
Don't change yourself, because I can't become something that I don't know.
Yeah. Do you have any suggestions for the younger, or the people that would love to start having hosting a radio show?
Absolutely. And thanks for asking that question, because today, 22.3 Takeover Vegas Radio, everybody. For those of you out there watching, you can listen to me Monday through Friday. I'm on from 12 o'clock p.m. to 3 here on the West Coast Pacific time, and 3 to 6 in there. And if you're in Italy, London, Philippines, wherever you are, it's 3 a.m. to 6 in the morning. The reason I say that, that's why I added nights over Las Vegas prime time, because the critics go like, oh, well, how can you say nights over it's at night? I said, somewhere on this world, it is night.
Absolutely, yes.
So let's get beyond that. That's, again, not changing. Letting people, and then to answer your question, the song that, the music and the way I just try to be, I try to think myself as a person. I keep putting myself always mentally, if I'm out there, what am I doing? I think about that one person who just on the phone. When I do I got 3 segments. I got Mondays, 80s. Wednesday is called Hump Wednesdays. When people get over, it's mostly jazz, your type music, and gospel. And then on Friday, I call it Fun Friday. But I know the theme of my thought of music will all be about fun.
Yeah.
And because the world, people, we are too stressed, and sometimes we turn on TV or we read our social media, and if you're not careful, you get so drained by the world, you can't find yourself.
That's true.
And where's a moment? And that's when people say, well, they listen to you. People listen to all that. No. In the real world, people listen about 15 minutes.
That's right.
Today's young people, what I tell them is, one, what I just shared with you, be yourself. When people come to do a show, I say, no, be what you thought about saying. Stop worried about the fine tuning.
That's true. Absolutely, yes.
And people love it.
Absolutely, of course they love it. Because if you are yourself always, that yourself comes out and people perceive it.
Do you know the key word that most young people and professionals sometimes say? you can tell that they're not being themselves.
Tell
For
me.
pros like me, you're doing a show and then someone would say, well, I want to say that. You just not been true to yourself just that quick.
That's true.
Someone like me caught it.
Mm-hmm.
It's my show.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate what you say. I'm not bringing you to harm you. I'm here to help you or give you an opportunity.
Of
But
course.
whatever you say, use it. That's why I created that segment called I Got Something to Say.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. And it's
Because
the
it's
right
the last of free speech in America.
Uh-huh.
Go to other countries, you can't go and say what you want to.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
the internet and the rest
You have
is
to be
all.
so careful,
And
I
you
know.
hear the news every day trying to
Yes.
cut speeches and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know. It's just so much control to everything. You know?
Absolutely.
So, you have to be careful, of course.
And then professionals like you, like your music, you go to a radio station program, the record gonna tell you, well, I don't see it on the chart.
Yeah. What?
Isn't that insulting?
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
What are you talking about?
It is. Yeah.
And that's why my question come from the last news interview I did, and that first time I was at. And they said, well, why come you're not at a major radio station? I said, because I would be limited
Mm-hmm.
between jealousy, envy, and uneducated.
Yeah.
Because they would not see why I want to pay your music. It wouldn't make sense to them.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. So now,
Mhm.
unfortunately,
I
I have
know.
to say
I could be
hello
together. I know
and
that.
bye.
But thank you so much for
you're
having me on
welcome,
here.
You're welcome. You're amazing.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved
so
it.
hope you enjoyed
And y'all pick
my
up her
friend
music.
Bruce Commander Garrett, and we will see you immediately after a break with my new segment Bella Italia. See you soon. Hello everybody, I am Nelia Ross. I want to invite you to join my new variety TV show, Las Vegas Live with Nelia Ross, every Saturday morning at 12 p.m. on socialmediashows.com. Experience music, entertainment, and culture with local artists, celebrities, movie directors, magicians, comedians, dancers, and so much more. But that's not all. Our special segment, Bella Italia, will take you on a musical journey through Italy. And the best part is that now you can watch us from anywhere in the world thanks to the streaming. Email us at neliaross.official@gmail.com to be our guest or sponsor. Tune in every Saturday morning at 12 p.m. and get ready for the ultimate Las Vegas experience. Un bacio da Nelia Ross. Ciao! Hello everybody, I am Nelia Ross. I want to invite you to join my new variety TV show, Las Vegas Live with Nelia Ross, every Saturday morning at 12 p.m. on socialmediashows.com. Experience music, entertainment, and culture with local artists, celebrities, movie directors, magicians, comedians, dancers, and so much more. But that's not all. Our special segment, Bella Italia, will take you on a musical journey through Italy. And the best part is that now you can watch us from anywhere in the world thanks to the streaming. Email us at neliaross.official@gmail.com to be our guest or sponsor. Tune in every Saturday morning at 12 p.m. and get ready for the ultimate Las Vegas experience. Un bacio da Nelia Ross. Ciao!
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Hi, I'm Deacon T with Modern Word Ministries. It's great to be with you today. Just a short little promo for our show. Every Sunday morning we have service, and you can follow us at 10 a.m. Pacific Time on modernwordministries.org. And if you missed us or you want to see some of our older messages, go ahead and check us out on socialmediashows.com every single morning at 9 a.m. It's a great way to kick off your day, get a little bit of the word in you, get something uplifting, get you started off on your way. You know, if you're looking for prayer or you need some help, reach out to us. If you go to our website, again, that's modernwordministries.org, you can interact with me via telephone, via DM, text message, whatever you want. I'll get right back to you. So if you need prayer, you need help, you just need somebody to talk to, Modern Word Ministries is here for you. We are your church in the community. So until you see you next time, be blessed, everybody. Bye-bye.
Got Films is a full-service production company that provides motion picture quality content and production services for use in the film and TV industry. Looking for a seasoned crew, high-quality equipment, or other production services for your film, TV, commercial, corporate convention, sports, news, or interview project? Your search stops here. Some of our projects include NASCAR, American Restoration, Pawn Stars, Counting Cars, Top Chef, BattleBots, Forge and Fire, and Street Outlaws. We have also produced over 60 feature films and documentaries. We're ready for all your needs. Whatever your project, whatever your budget, big or small, Got Films got you. GotFilms.com.
Your love is like a shadow on me all of the time. All the time. I don't know what to do. I'm always in the dark. You're living in a bother. Can I give it a spark? I really need you tonight. Forever's gonna start tonight. Forever's gonna start tonight. For every moment in my life. To get along that I want. And I feel like hai acceso noi. Sento che ci All I ask is, can beauty come out of ashes? But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Buongiorno a questo giorno che si sveglia oggi con me. Buongiorno al latte ed al caffè.
Hello, my dear friends, and welcome back to Las Vegas Live with Nelia Ross. I'm so excited to take you on a captivating journey through Italy with my new segment Bella Italia. In this series, we'll dive into the rich tapestry of Italian music, tracing its evolution from 1918 to the present. We will explore the vibrant styles, iconic artists, and memorable songs that have defined the generations. Along the way, I will share performances of some of the most beloved Italian songs from various decades to give you a delightful taste of our rich cultural heritage. Join me as we celebrate the magic of Italy. And today I'm going to continue to talk about the evolution of the Italian music during the 1930s. In fact, in 1930, the great orchestras were also born, which played either in the most famous dance halls, especially in Milan and Turin, or in the radio studios, which had its production center in Turin, while the film studios were in Rome, where Cinecittà was born in 1937. The most important orchestras were those of three very valuable directors, Tito Petralia, Cinico Angelini, and Pippo Barzizza. In the 1930s, the contrast emerged for the first time between a traditional Italian song, melodic, sentimental, with often pathetic and tearful themes, and intimate and petty bourgeois settings, influenced by folk tradition, in particular by Napolitan song, and on the other hand, the innovative, more rhythmic song, influenced by swing and jazz. Among the interpreters of the sentimental melodic song Italian style, the most famous was Carlo Buti, who we had last week with his performance of Violino Zigano, and who had many heirs in their post-wars period, from Claudio Villa to Andrea Bocelli. Among the first to perform on the radio, Buti was the first star of Italian songs and recorded 5,000 records, not songs, with a repertoire based on the love, homeland, nostalgia triad. Famous songs of this trend were Tango della Gelosia,
guardano gli altri, io fremo perché io il tuo cuore lo voglio soltanto per me. No, non è la gelosia, so che tu sei solo mio, ciò che mi strugge non so io neppure cos'è, ma non temere, non sono gelosa di te.
And then there was also Un'ora sola ti vorrei.
la vita mia vicino a te. Mi scordi il mondo e tu lo sai perché. Una rosola ti vorrei, io che non so scordarti mai, per dirti ancora nei baci miei che cosa sei per me. Una rosola ti vorrei, per dirti quello che non sai, ed in quest'ora donerei la vita mia per te. Solo in quest'ora vive l'eternità. Fammi sognare tutto dimentica. Dammi l'incanto che non è verità, il desiderio che tormenta il cuore.
And then the most famous Mamma.
Claudio Villa.
Mamma, son tanto felice perché ritorno da te. La tua canzone mi dice che è il più bel giorno per me. Mamma, son tanto felice viver lontano perché mamma, solo per te la mia canzone vola. Mamma, sarai con me, tu non sarai più sola. Quanto ti voglio bene, queste parole d'amore che ti sospiro al mio cuore, ore se non s'usano più. Mamma, ma la canzone mia più bella sei tu la vita, e per la vita non ti lascio mai più.
A pioneer of the rhythmic swing style was Natalino Otto, who in 1937 with the musician Gorny Kramer presented an American-style repertoire including Polvere di Stelle.
In una polvere di stelle vedo te, dolce sogno del mio cuore, astro d'or fulgido sei tu, bambina dai begli occhi blu, tutta adorna sei di riflessi e di splendore che fanno palpitare il cuore con tanto ardor, sì, con tanto ardor, in polvere di stelle. Vedo te, dolce sogno del mio cuore, ma perché tu non sei qui con me, dal sogno fuggì, dolce amore. Io vorrei con te stare ad occhi aperti per sognar. Ascoltami tesoro, io vivo sol per te amor. Aperti per sognare, ascoltami tesoro, io vivo sol per te, amore.
And another great interpreter was Alberto Rabagliati, who in 1926 had won a competition announced by Fox in America to replace Rodolfo Valentino, but he was unlucky. So he returned to Italy, where at the end of the 1930s, the Rabagliati style exploded with the ba, ba, baciami piccina, no? The ba, ba, baciami piccina sulla bocca piccolina. And now we listen to it.
La 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 la. Spesso basta poche sillabe per esprimerti quello che dice il cuore, quando vedo te. E nell'estasi di una musica io ti mormoro, trepido, senti il cuore, quello che ti dice. Trema le mie labbra allora, parlano d'amore. Bacimi vicina con la bocca piccolina, dimmi tam tam tam, ti baci in quantità, tu sei birichina, ma sei tanto delizioso ciò che tin, te resta che cos'è, te e via va, via tu, e ti lava con me, via dimmi tu cosa sono questa sillabe d'amore, baciami vicina con la bocca piccolina, dammi tam tam tam, ti baci in quantità, baciami vicina con la bocca piccolina, dammi tam tam tam, ti baci quantità.
The main protagonist of Italian swing was the trio Lescano, composed of three Dutch sisters, former acrobats, with songs like Male Gambe.
Quando noi vediamo una ragazza passeggiare, cosa facciamo? Noi la seguiamo e con occhio scaltro poi cerchiamo di indovinare quello che c'è da capo a piedi.
Sono belli gli occhi neri, sono belli gli occhi blu.
Ma le gambe, a me piacciono di più.
Sono belli gli occhi azzurri e le spine un po' in su.
Ma le gambe, sono belli ancor di più.
Le manine deliziose ti saprò accarezzare, ma tu gambo un po' nervosa ti faranno innamorare. Saranno belli gli occhi neri, saranno belli gli occhi blu. Ma le gambe, sono belle ancor di più.
Quando una maschietta dal musetto seduttore ti guarderà, ti parlerà, il tuo sguardo acuto, prepotente indagatore, che cosa fa? La avvolgerà. Saran belli gli occhi neri, saran belli gli occhi blu.
Ma le gambe, a me piacciono di più.
Saran belli gli occhi azzurri e nasino un po' all'insù.
Ma le gambe, sono belle ancor di più.
Due manine deliziose ti sapranno accarezzare, ma due gambe un po' nervose ti faranno innamorare. Saran belli gli occhi neri, saran belli gli occhi blu. Ah, ma le gambe, sono belle ancor di più.
In both genres, there were also very light songs, sometimes with a comical surreal tone, playing on nonsense or double meanings, such as Quel motivetto che mi piace tanto.
Quando il cielo è nuvoloso ed è triste questo cuore, col pensiero tenebroso conto tutti i miei dolori, poi ci penso e dico no, e allora che cosa fa? Canto quel motivetto che mi piace tanto e che fa su 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 su. Come si chiama? Non ne so neppure il nome, so che fa su 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 su. Il certo è che se fa scordar di tutti i guai, tu pure se ti vuoi distrarre che afflitto stai.
se ti vuoi distrarre che afflitto stai. Canta quel motivetto che seduce e incanta e che fa
This repertoire of songs, cheerful and catchy, often crafted for dancing, continued and was accentuated in the first years of the war, almost to make people forget it, of course. Just as the songs inspired by the exaltation of the countryside, of rural traditions, of life in the open air, continued in the context of a continuing controversy in those years between the countryside and the city. Overall, the panorama of Italian songs in the 1930s was therefore very rich and varied, thanks to the great lyricists, composers, conductors, arrangers, and some of whom would remain protagonists until the 1960s. So now I want to thank you for watching Las Vegas Live with Nelia Ross. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you are interested in booking an interview with me or sponsoring our program, please reach out to us at neliaross.official@gmail.com. Once again, thank you for watching us, and I look forward to seeing you next Saturday at noon and every single day from Monday to Friday at 6 p.m. on social media shows.com and neliaross.com. Have a great day. Un bacio da Nelia Ross. Ciao.
The